all right, hello, welcome back to another episode of Sudoku with Tsvetii. I'm your host, as always, Tsvetii. Hope you're doing well, and if not, hopefully, I can make your day just a little bit better. Today, we have another Sudoku for you. In the flesh, Tsvetii himself. It's looking like it's going to be rearing up to be a good little Sudoku as we go ahead and figure out most of our threes there as Agatha makes her present known, as she probably scratched me up. I don't know if she drew blood or not, but we will certainly be disciplining her after this episode. Isn't that right, honey? Agatha does not respond. She is silent. Alrighty, but we are doing well so far. We are doing well so far. We do see that we have solved a little bit of our puzzle so far, but it hasn't been the most amount of progress. And sometimes, well, we have to admit, yes, ma'am, would you like to get in my lap, Agatha? I love you, sweetie. But we are doing well. We are doing well. I can't complain. Work was a little bit of a drag today, so I cannot lie about it, as it was a little bit on the more hectic side of things. It was a little bit more on the hectic side of things, for better and worse. It means that I really didn't have a chance to, overthink or overthink or be in my head at all. It was very fast paced today, for better and worse. And like I said, it was very interesting as we kind of developed through the day. It was very interesting in the fact, or in the sum thereof. Agatha just keeps walking around. Will you sit down somewhere, little girl? We do see that this will be our 1 and 8, and since 1 and 8 are both up here, the other number will be our missing piece here, which would be a 4. Which allows us to solve that, allows us to look over here as well and see that 2 will be over here. We're looking pretty good so far. Isn't that right, Agatha? Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am, Agatha. That's a good baby girl. Yes, ma'am. Good girl. Alrighty. We are still doing well. Can't complain too much overall, as it has been a very fast-paced day, and sometimes with these fast-paced days, fast-paced days, it is a little bit hectic. But something different happened. After I got off work, I decided to get myself some food. Got myself some Domino's pizza. And I ate it while relaxing, listening to one of my favorite podcasts. And now I am back in the zone. We do see that will have to be our good old friend there, which makes that our 1, which will make that our 8, and that our 6. So just like that, at the drop of a hat, we are able to solve most of the center rows, columns here, rather. Would you see that we were missing 2, 6, and then another number, which would be 4. So we do see that we will be go ahead and mark those down there. Again, looking pretty good overall. Looking pretty good overall. We do see that 1 will have to be up here. If we go through our 2s, we're able to knock out one of our 2s and feel a little bit better about ourselves. So, or at least in the position that we're looking right now, we are looking pretty good as we kind of swing back through for our 5s. Again, not too much developing on the 6 end, but we were able to see that 6 has to be over here, and so we know 6 has to be one of those 2. Which we kind of knew like 2 minutes ago, but we do see 7 is now developing, and because 7 is developing, we know 8 is developing. We know 7 and 8 will be over there. We do know that 4 and 6 will be right there. And we are missing 2, 4, and 6, so we kind of have to put them all down for right now. And then this will be a 4 and 6 naturally. If we already have 4 and 6 over here, we can kind of look over here and see that 7. This will end up being our 1, which will lead our 1 over here, which will make this our 5, which will make that our 5 and solve the remainder of our 5s. We do know since 4 and 6 over here, this will be our 7, which will lead us to this 7, which is very nice. And then we kind of have to allow ourselves to take a step back and see that this will be 2 and 4 right there. We know 2 and 4 could be there, and 2 and 4 could also potentially be there. But there is another number missing here, and that number will be an 8. So we can see like 8 cannot be here naturally. And we can go ahead and mark 8 over here. We do see like this will be a 2, 4, or 6. This will be a 2, 4, or 6. Excuse me. We are missing a couple. Well, we do know that 4 and 6 can only be here. We do know that 4 and 6 can only be here. We do know 4 and 6 can only be here. So this will end up being our 2, which will allow us to know that 2 is up there naturally. And then the other number 8 will be right there. Since 4 and 6 have to be there, 4 and 6 have to be there. Which does limit us to just these 2 potential squares for our 8s. And from there, we can kind of feel a little bit of progress. We can certainly feel a little bit of progress as we have made a good decision. Hi, Agatha. You want to get in my lap? Yes, ma'am. Alrighty. Let's see. How we doing? We do see we only have 2 potential slots for that 8. Both on the top up here and down here. We do see that we're just missing 2 spots over here, which we know that'll be a 2 or a 4. We do know 2 and 4 will be there, so the other numbers, which will be a 6, which means that'll be our 8, that'll be our 6. And because of that, we do know that'll be 7 and 8, that'll be 2 and 7, that'll be 4 and 2, which will quickly and promptly put us in the green. Put us in the green for our 4s and 6s, making us feel a little bit better every single day. And just like that, Sudoku with Tsvetii comes to a close in just over 8 minutes. Thank you for watching. Take care, stay safe. Catch you again tomorrow. Bye!